There isn't a problem when businesses are multiplying at the same rate population is growing. In this instance, competition is put in check. However, this is not always true due to some factors like expansions by businesses who are already market leaders, or when increase in population and number of businesses do not correspond with an increase in employment, income, or purchasing power of the populace. Consequently, competition becomes intense and businesses will have to stand out to compete for the limited resources available, that is, consumers' income. Consumers in this instance are assumed to be very wise and careful in making purchase decision as they attempt to gather as much information as possible before making decision, and will only go for the option that maximizes their utility. Therefore, broadly speaking, your competitors are anywhere customers spend their resources other than your business. In this session, we will provide techniques and methods that can enable businesses to gain competitive advantage and provide product and services that maximizes the utility of consumers. What then is competition? When people compete, it means the end result is limited, the item upon which a set or group of individuals compete is limited. Take race for instance, there is only space for 3 medals in each grand race in an Olympic game, but with thousands of athletes competing for them. From grassroots level to the Olympic Games, thousands of elimination happen. So also is football and thousands of other games. This is explained by game theory. In some instances, competition in business is non-zero-sum game where competition is based on cooperation with some element of competition whenever the need arises. However, most times, businesses are faced with zero-sum game, that is, a gain to one business is characterized by a loss for another, because customers only have one choice to make with limited amount of resources. Why is competition important? Competition has to be present and healthy for any economy to thrive. It ensures that consumers enjoy value for their money, it ensures that businesses continuously innovate and invent better product and services, and pushes them towards a trajectory growth. Hence, whenever multiple choices are available for customers to choose from, there is likely to be higher quality of services and products. Let's consider some sources of competitive advantage. Competition in business can be based on either price, quality, or both. The aim is to be able to gain competitive advantage today, and sustain it for long. This is known as sustainable competitive advantage. It explains why existing businesses will always find ways to fend their sources of competitive advantage and prevent competitors from stealing them. Where competing on the basis of quality is not feasible, the best bet is to compete on the basis of price. This is done by devising means of lowering cost without affecting quality and reputation, either through economy of scale as a result of breakthrough technology, reduction in distribution cost, cost of advertisement, labor cost, reduction in taxes, reduction in the cost of capital, or other resource input or output cost. Nevertheless, competing in this aspect leaves businesses vulnerable to competitors as they can easily replicate the actions of the business. Consequently, competing firms continue to beat down prices one after the other until cost becomes higher than revenue, and subsequently, death of the competing firms. Therefore, it is not advisable for businesses to compete based on price. You must have it at the back of your mind that you have growth strategies to follow, employees to pay, customers and community to serve, and taxes to pay. None of which is free. Furthermore, lower prices will always pose a sense of inferiority in the minds of the consumers. The best bet is to compete in terms of quality of goods and service delivery. Customers will pay more for perceived better services, goods, and brand. As the saying goes, value is as defined by customers. The aim is to gain customers' loyalty and boost customer retention rate. It is important to devise means of converting customers to fans and advocates. This is achieved through customer satisfaction, which depends on the quality of goods and services. Competitive advantage in respect to quality of goods and service delivery should assist customers in maximizing their utilities, whether in terms of speedy delivery, convenience, perceived values, or portability. Let's take a look at the model for achieving competition advantage. A company must analyze competitors' weaknesses, strength, strategies, and objective using the value chain analysis to diagnose business activities of competitors from start to finish. The objective here is to find out areas you can improve and do better than your competitors. A firm performs many activities to arrive at the end result of a product or service. This include designing, manufacturing, marketing, distribution, and after-sales support services. Value chain analysis assists businesses in understanding cost behaviors across value chain, such as in inbound logistic, operations, outbound logistic, marketing and sales, and services. Therefore, you must understand the business of your direct competitors holistically in terms of their product and how they market them, the price they charge, the experience, skills, qualification, and pay of the owners and staff, where do they buy and where do they sell, and what level of satisfaction do customers derive from utilizing their goods or services. Sources of information about competitors include local business directories, Chamber of Commerce, companies' adverts, press report, use of questionnaires and interviews, and product diagnosis. In conclusion, the objective of any business, whether long-term or short-term, should be to have a constant income stream. This is only achieved when customers are better serviced and are satisfied with the product and services a firm offers. The end result of all competitive strive should be to achieve maximum customer satisfaction using as minimum resources as possible. Companies must tweak their product and services to mirror the constantly changing consumers' needs and tastes to stand the test of time. The end result is not to take out the competitor but to create value for all.